Marc Clair here for Bounding into Comics, and it is now official. Marvel star Jonathan Majors has been found guilty of harassment and third-degree felony assault in his domestic violence case. You can check out this full article over at Bounding into Comics by Spencer Bakuli. And as Spencer lays out in this article, of course, Marvel, Disney, being the large corporation that they are, has quickly moved on from Jonathan Majors following this conviction. They have officially chosen to drop him from the Marvel Cinematic Universe altogether. And of course, the ripple effects of this are huge. Majors was already playing Kang in Ant-Man 4. He played He Who Remains, a variant of Kang in Loki, but he was really set to be the main antagonist. The entire plot of Avengers 5 and 6 was going to be based around this character, Kang. It was even called the Kang Dynasty Avengers 5. That has now been changed to just Avengers 5. I'm sure they're scrambling at this point, and I'm sure they've had some things in the works because this is not a new case. But what I really want to talk about today is the greater issue at large with this Kang storyline, with the idea of him being the centerpiece of Phase 4 through 6 for the MCU. This multiverse, let's be honest, this multiverse story has been an absolute disaster from the beginning. It's been completely without aim. It's been introduced in some ways in WandaVision, introduced in some ways in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, introduced in some ways in Ant-Man, in Loki. But in every one of those instances, there are inconsistencies abound. The one consistency that they've tried to introduce into all this is this character of Kang, this multiversal character, this character whose variant exists in every version of the multiverse and causes trouble in every version of the multiverse. The problem here is, so far, all we've seen of Kang, we've seen him as He Who Remains in Loki Season 2. Now, impressive performance. The fact is, that performance is what caused executives at Marvel to say, hey, we love this actor. Let's just make him Kang. So then they went and ran with him and turned him into Kang, and here we are now today. But all we saw in Loki was, yeah, we knew he was powerful. He was the force behind the TVA, but he gets killed in 2 seconds by Sylvie. Then, in Ant-Man, what happens when we see this other variant of Kang in the MCU? Well, he is defeated by Ant-Man. He's defeated by Ant-Man. He's defeated by Ant-Man. Should I say it again? I don't think I need to. He was defeated by a character whose only power is to get small. I guess that's not true. He can get big too. He can get big then small. Small then big. He can make other things big then small. The point is, he was defeated by a character with shrinking powers, okay? Shrinking powers. This is the big threat of the MCU. We saw him in his first full on-screen appearance as Kang, soundly and frankly quite easily defeated by a relatively low-powered character. And this is how are they going to start off a storyline telling us that this is the guy who's reshaping the MCU, who's going to bring all these Avengers together. Heck, the multiversal Avengers might even come together to battle this character who was defeated soundly by, I'm going to say it again, by Ant-Man. Not a good start. Not a good start at all. And the fact is, when you really zoom out here, you can tell there wasn't really a good plan the whole time. You keep thinking, because we saw this in Phase 1, 2, and 3, that there's a plan. But the fact is, Kevin Feige is no longer overseeing every little project like he used to in the early days. That's why we don't see this cohesiveness anymore. Because when you have 15, 20 movies in development, 10, 15 Disney Plus TV shows in development, all at once, you simply can't have that same kind of oversight. And that's why we don't see the same kinds of consistency. So yes, I guess it's unfortunate, especially for fans of the character, for the actor, that this happened. But maybe there's a silver lining here of some sort. Maybe the storyline was a disaster anyway. Heck, maybe we'll even get an interesting pivot out of it of some kind. Maybe we'll even get Doctor Doom. I don't know how they finagle Doctor Doom into the universe in time with the Fantastic Four movie coming so close to the end of these phases. But time will tell. The point is here, though, while Major's loss is pretty hefty, there he is, Mr. Blue Kang, we already saw, literally, at the end of Ant-Man 4, about 10,000 versions of this character coalesce at once. That makes them all seem like, I'm going to say it, jabronis. It makes them all seem like a bunch of jabronis. That is not a menacing threat. That is not the kind of menacing threat that one Thanos had. You know why? Because you never saw a variant of Thanos be defeated by Ant-Man! I don't know where this is all going. I've kind of tapped out on the MCU, but as a fan of these comics from a young age, I can't help but always wish to see cool stories translated on screen in some way, as we have with many of the MCU films. But the fact is, Jonathan Majors, good actor. The Kang story was a total flop. And this is maybe one of the best things that could have happened to the MCU. Time will tell. My friends, if you enjoy this content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that little notification bell so you don't miss any of the content over at the team Abounding Into Comics. I'll see you next time.